Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Solange is at last talking about her sister Beyonce's marriage, and it appears as though she is fed up with keeping Jay-Z in line constantly. No, I ridiculously limit what he can approach. Well, Solange is at last letting everything out and spilling out her dissatisfaction with the phony and poisonous relationship that her sister is trapped in. So what are the mysteries Solange needed to spill? And does this have a say in why Beyonce cut her off now? Assuming there's one thing that we are familiar with. Solange says that she most likely hates Jay-Z, as a matter of fact. Since the Lyft occurrence where she attempted to beat the poo out of Jay, we realized that she could have done without him all that much. As a matter of fact, not in the least does she dislike him, but rather she likewise could do without the way that he is hitched to Beyonce, and presently following quite a long while, she is at last spilling the tea on what's truly happening in the marriage. And listen, let me tell you all, it is crazy now. I realize that the gossipy tidbits about Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage have been going around for some time. However, with Solange expressing out loud whatever she's truism presently, well, it sort of places things from another viewpoint. Currently, we should rewind and take things as far as possible back to the beginning of their marriage. When Beyonce said this, I realized that Jay and I likely rouse individuals, and I value individuals feeling glad. Yet this is the main way I've had the option to remain normal. So how could I begin talking now? Controls your image. It controls what you need to put out there and sort of powers individuals to discuss what you need them to discuss, as per Solange. A portion of the explanation Beyonce likes to keep her marriage hidden is that she doesn't believe individuals should perceive how untidy or poisonous it is currently. We as a whole realize that Jay-Z hasn't precisely been dedicated to Beyonce all through their marriage, yet an insider as of late spilled that he had been undermining her previously. They even got hitched. Supposedly one of his many side pieces is a lady named Olivia McFarland, and she is a very rare example on the off chance that she is not the only lady to have openly conceded to having been sought after by Jay-Z when he was dating Beyonce. Olivia guaranteed that they never connected. However, many individuals don't accept that on the grounds that they feel that she's simply attempting to try not to set off the bee colony. Generally, Jake hit me on some. I will contact you when I'm visiting the area. He believed you should be his young lady on Friday. You believe I should be a young lady when you think she guarantees that she wouldn't give Jay-Z her number since he sent his protector to request it. However, at that point, 2 or 3 weeks later, they ran into one another once more. Respectable in Miami. She was with a gathering of companions, and he was likewise with a gathering, including Solange. Olivia Ben guaranteed that they met in a confidential piece of the eatery to talk and trade numbers, yet Solange got them. Olivia said Solange came strolling up all of a sudden. I assumed I was going to get my butt beat, so I eased off rapidly. She has been watching her sister's property since the very first moment. Straight doesn't actually need to say anything. Solange is a monster. I can't really accept that I evaded a whooping from Solange that day. She was a main justification for why I let him be. She provided me with a look of death. Extremely frightening. So Solange has gotten Jay-Z undermining Beyonce over and assuming we wanted motivation to make sense of her. Aversion for Jason. Well, this would be a sufficient explanation. We as a whole realize that Solange loves Beyonce. Like there's no tomorrow as a sister should enough for her to genuinely go after Jay-Z in a lel. If unfamiliar proclamation resolving the issue where they said because of the public arrival of the Lyft security film from Monday, May 5th, there has been a lot of hypothesis about what set off the sad episode. Jay and Solange each expected their portion of obligation regarding what has happened. The two of them have apologized to one another, and we have pushed ahead as a united family. Currently, individuals are considering what the heck might have been the send-off for her to go after her brother by marriage so violently. We as a whole realize that it must be on the grounds that Daisy did Beyonce grimy, since we know how defensive Solange is. Beyonce additionally recalls when Olivia McFader said that Solange needed to battle her after she saw her with Jay-Z. Better believe it, individuals promptly reasoned that Jay-Z had undermined Beyonce again, when Solange figured out Beyonce likewise discussed the duping in her tune, Sorry, where? She said that escaping the secondary passage, he just won me at the point when I'm not there altogether. He better call Becky with the great well-being. Daisy likewise affirmed that he had undermined Beyonce in his song Family Quarrel, where he raps you all up something to be thankful for assuming that you let me alone. Becky, a man who doesn't deal with his family, can't be rich. However, that is not the main time that he discusses the deceiving outrage on the grounds that in a meeting with the New York Times, he attempted to legitimize his tricking, saying you need to endure, you need to go into endurance mode, and when you go into you're in you endurance. Down all feelings, so even with ladies you have to close down sincerely so you can't associate. And afterward, every one of the things that occur, it's definitely not precisely difficult to see why Solange could do without Jay-Z, and she feels like the marriage is a hoax. Insiders guarantee that she has been asking Beyonce perpetually to leave, yet Beyonce has faith in marriage being everlasting, so that is by all accounts not the only explanation that Solange feels like the marriage is poisonous on the grounds that she likewise accepts that Jay-Z has been controlling Beyonce and maneuvering her toward doing what he needs. Recall how I said that Solange purportedly accepts that the marriage is a joke? Well, her doubts were affirmed when Beyonce's previous protector uncovered the marriage, similar to a business plan. Your relationship was a business relationship. Monetary to get to the top to be extremely rich people. There's no iteration there. Now we, as a whole, realize that agreement relationships and connections are the standard in Hollywood, yet we never felt that Jay-Z and Beyonce would be in one. I mean, they've generally demanded the amount. They are such an adoration match. So this is thoughtful and astounding. Additionally, we said that Solange feels like Jay-Z has been controlling. Beyonce and The Guardian additionally affirmed this when he had something evil to add to Solange's assertion. Presumably no one knows except for, I'll say it, man, definitely Beyonce is on drugs. She has been on them for quite a while, and you keep her that way, yet you all know it deteriorates. From here, since Panther Wright likewise emerged to address what is going on, guaranteeing that Jay-Z kept Beyonce sedated up as a method for controlling her beast. Children stand by quite a while to check whether you can develop an inner voice, and the more medications he siphons down his significant other's throat to keep on account. No, young lady, let me let you know this right now. You all are discussing free, Brittany. You all should do a mission that says free. Beyonce is a detainee in a blameworthy enclosure. The penitentiary's yes, she is, and she's watched 24 hours daily. She's not permitted to go with a decision for herself. Not by any stretch. Not at all individuals think she has an astounding life. She is determined what to say. She's determined what to eat. She's determined what to drink. She's determined what to wear. Yet she's not. She isn't her significant other's better half. She is his worker. It's a business plan. She was a journal, yet like I said before, Solange has been asking Beyonce to leave for quite a while now, and it appears as though it has at long last split apart the two sisters. The float began getting clear when Beyonce didn't actually recognize Solange in her Grammy discourse, despite the fact that she recognized every other person in her family, even her uncles. I'm making an effort not to be too close to home music night. I might want to thank my folks, my dad and my mom, for cherishing me and pushing me. I might want to thank my lovely spouse, my wonderful 3 kids who are at home watching, and when she hosted a gathering to praise her success, Solange wasn't welcomed. Solange likewise didn't compliment Beyonce on her success, which is strange on the grounds that everyone realizes that she has been Beyonce's right-hand lady. What's more, her rider kicked the bucket for a really long time, yet like I said, insiders uncover that there has been supposedly some strain between them in light of the fact that Beyonce totally won't pay attention to anybody with regards to Jay-Z, not even her sister, and for Solange, well, she has at last abandoned attempting to get Beyonce to perceive how enormous of a joke her poisonous relationship is. Well, the roads have been talking, and individuals have come and saying, always considering what incited Solange to go off, it's miserable to the point that this poo has gone between their sisterhood. Solange knows every one of the mysteries and could do without them, and Beyonce is genuinely constrained by Jay-Z, as I would see it in any event. During the Solange and Jay-Z battle, Beyonce simply remained there and failed to address it. Beyonce cut off Solange in light of the fact that Solange came clean with her, and she would rather not hear reality. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.